In February of 2023, Houdini, a leukemia-positive kitty from Miami, Florida, was brought to BCR. He had been a community cat who was fixed and taken care of by a colony. But, unfortunately, one day he was hit by a car and taken to animal control. Luckily, the group that had been taking care of him had gotten him microchipped and were contacted immediately. They were given a few hours to come and get him or he would be euthanized. They began sending out messages to try to raise money to get Houdini the surgery he needed. One leg was broken and the other leg would need to be amputated. They did not have the $2,000 plus that it would cost to help him. This was when one of our wonderful BCR supporters contacted us about him. We were able to help pay for his surgery, and since Houdini is leukemia positive, we were able to take him in after he received his care. After he was all fixed up, our incredible fly angel Davica got on a plane to bring Houdini to us. We are beyond thankful to the village that helped bring Houdini to his forever home. None of this could be possible without any of you.
I was actually, I think, on meds when he got brought in. We had little quarantine cages in the lobby. His leg and stuff were still shaved when he first came, and we set up all the little food and stuff that he needs. And I just remember seeing his big old cheeks and like feeding him like 3 or 4 bowls of food that day and him just chowing down. You can literally lay him on his back and his feet like go together and he just looks like a giant shrimp. He literally is just so easygoing. Nothing really phases him. I think it was just love at first sight with him. Excuse me. He would climb up into the linen shelf and lay on the rugs, and he wouldn't come to us, so we would have to like scoop him up. We had to be so gentle with him because his leg was still hurting him, and he was just a giant baby. He's definitely gotten more vocal and demanding. He likes to sit at the door and yell at us until we let him out for his daily jogs. He's super friendly and patient with all of the cats here. He knows no strangers. I think probably the first time that I just held him like a baby and he just was staring up at me and he's like, okay, this is fine. When you try to lean down to pick him up, he runs to a rug and just flops over. And we've tried taking him to the garden and stuff. He's not interested in running in the garden. He wants to just roll around in the grass and sunbathe. Oh, he's going to sleep.
I remember meeting Houdini. He was staying in the lobby until he was fully healed because he still had a cast because he had the one amputated and then the other leg he broke and then part of his tail. I just remember meeting him and he was still even though the condition that he was in, it was so sad, but he was just the happiest guy. I'm new here, but I'm so happy. He's so athletic, honestly. Usually the first thing he does when I walk in the mornings at 6 in the morning, he jumps at the door and he lets out his scream, and then I open the door and he just takes off running down the hall. So he's very athletic, and he is 100% magical, I guess you could say. You'll try to grab him and he just disappears. He's so fast, he just runs away and he's gone. You can't sit with me. It's not the Luke show. Just the sheer fact that, he was literally hit by a car and he had to have a limb amputated and he broke the other one and everything, and he's honestly the happiest boy. He's so happy and playful, but he also when he sleeps, how he sleeps and how he looks, you can tell that he's so comfortable and he's so at peace and happy here. It's amazing that he still feels like that after being hit by a car. Right, Houdini? Every single time I let him out in the morning when I come in, he's always surprising me, keeping me on my toes. One time I was just taking a nice walk through the lobby and he comes speeding up behind me and knocks my leg out and I almost fell, and he just keeps going. I was like, okay. I think he's again so incredibly comfortable here, and he just knows this is his home and he knows his people.